Hi guys, my name is Corrupt Hope and I'm here in a, I think, 1600 ranked match. I'm playing Fizz, and the reason I'm doing this video is because I did a couple of Fizz AMAs a while back at the end of Season 2, and a lot of people asked me for a replay or a commentary just because nobody actually plays Fizz or releases those videos. So here I am. I chose this match specifically because I was counterpicked this match by a Rise. And a lot of new Fizz players just get beat really easily by Rise, but I really do not think he's a counter to Fizz. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you why I think that. A key thing I want to know now is he did start Mana Crystal. So I mean that means he has a lot more harass, but he's like he can get caught in ganks more by Udyr because Udyr did start boots, which is pretty uncommon actually because now it's season 3. But so Udyr did start boots, and he doesn't have any, so he's susceptible to ganks. This also means I can catch him a lot easier with my combos because I have boots and he doesn't, and I have more health pots, but he just does a lot more damage and has a lot more mana. Another key thing I want to point out is if you're mid, go to this area, defend your jungle, make sure they do not get counter jungled. Looking at the enemy team, they have a Yi, so I mean I know he's going to start blue, so I'm not too worried. They have Malphite top, Syra Gray's bot, so I mean our team is pretty okay. They have Malphite, Zyra, ults are a little scary, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I am not gonna damage blue as Fizz because by the time I damage it and get over the wall, I'm gonna lose a lot, like at least 3 to 4 CS, and when you're playing Fizz and you want to rush level 3, that's really a big deal. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get whatever farm I can. It doesn't matter if Rise harasses you at level 1 because it's really not going to do much damage. Just as cute. So here are, me and Rise are just going to trade CS. Not going to do anything. A key thing is unless I'm getting CS, I'm keeping my distance. You guys want to remember that. Unless I'm getting CS, I'm keeping my distance. So I'm not going to give him pre-harass. So Rise does hit level 2, so now he has his QW, so he does a bit more damage. So you might go in for harass, and yep, there it is. He went in for a little harass. So if there's a ranged minion, just give it up. Here, see, I didn't give up that ranged minion, and I took quite a bit of damage. But you know what, that's alright. Oh, another thing is, my E, always start your E and max it. It is the best to max, and you want to start it just in case their jungler decides to get blue in level 2 gank or get red in level 2 gank. You can just E away instead of using your flash. So for the most part, he hit level 3. I'm just gonna pass the farm, and if you didn't notice already, this lane is pushing. As long as Rise harasses me, my minions will attack him, and my minions will still be attacked, so the lane will push. All Rise is auto push. So here comes Udyr for a gank. He flashes, which is a really bad idea because there's no point. Where to come, and Master Yi comes in and flashes to cancel the gank. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pot, and I'm gonna get away. Udyr is not going to get away. He is gonna go fall. Now I am not gonna leave lane just because this is such a massive amount of CS, and I don't want to be behind it. Yeah, this is really dangerous, but I did see Rise use his ignite, so I'm not too worried. See there, I could have died, but you know what? I dodged it. And this is a little riskier. I mean, Yi could come and yank me, but I figured he was low, so he wouldn't. So here I am. I'm not really going for the CS, I just want the XP. It's not that big of a deal. Rise doesn't really have much mana. We're both out of health pots, but pretty much just gonna trade out the CS, and then here we go, punishes me, and that is it. Even though he has no mana, I'm not going to risk anything. I'm just going to go B. And I have 610 gold. Usually I like to have enough gold for like 2 Dorans and ward and some health pots, but you know what, I don't have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get just Dorans, a health pot, and some mana pots. But now, why did I get mana pots? 1 Doran is not enough mana sustain in lane for the amount of like pressure you want to put on your opponent. So then I went ahead and I grabbed a mana pot, especially because I'm going to have to put a lot of damage on Rise. And you always want to grab health pots. You could try the new crystalline flask item, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, the standard build is just 2 Dorans, Rush, into Sork Shoes, into Sheen. You can get Shoes or Sheen, whatever. So I'm just gonna scare Rise away. He didn't really do anything there, but I'm just gonna try to make him waste time. And this is key. See, as soon as I know he's gone, I'm gonna push this wave. Do everything I have just to pushing this wave. I want to deny him CS as fast as I can. Okay, so here's the important part. Now I'm gonna roam. Mid is pushed. I can't CS there. Rise is B. He has to go to his turret. So I'm gonna roam. So here's bot lane. Not expecting anything. Having a diddly do time farming, and you know what? Here I come. I'm gonna fuck shit up. So Grazing Bush. So I'm gonna E in just so I can get that slowdown. And here comes Ezreal. I get the kill. They have an exhaust down. They have a flash down. That was a really good roam for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back to mid lane. And here comes he wants to try to gank me as I'm coming in, and here comes Rise, but Rise notices a bit too late, so I do get away, although I did have E if I needed to use it. So Rise has a Sapphire or Crystal and a Tear of Goddess, so what that means is that is a lot of damage he can put out on me, and he has level 6 and I don't. So I really do not want to engage this, especially because there are like a ton of minions, so engaging this is just like a death trap for me. So I'm just go ahead and give it CS I can. Pretty simple. Udyr wants to go ahead and counter gank this. Well, I'm sorry, not even counter gank. He just completely has some good positioning. Here comes Udyr. And Udyr does not get the stun, so I said, alright, whatever, and I'm gonna go back to CSing. If you're a jungler, the best bet is if you just go around here and go from raids. That is a lot better way of ganking, or to go from here instead of just going from river. Anyway, back. So here he ults, and you know what? I'm not gonna fight him. I'm not gonna fight the Rise while he's ulting when I'm not even engaged on him. Whatever, his ult is down. He still has a lot of damage. The thing is, he doesn't have mana pots, and I do. So even if I do one trade with him, he can't regen that HP back, and he's gonna be forced back. But he's playing pretty safe, so I can't really get anything yet. He's gonna go ahead and get his blue. He pushed my turret, so I can't really do much. So yeah, we're in a max E just so we can clear waves. You can clear waves a lot better than what I'm doing it right now, but I just have some, I have movement speed quints right now instead of flat AP because I was just experimenting. But if you had flat AP, you can clear a wave at like level 9 with like 2 Dorns and maybe like a Tome or a Sheen. So you get blue, and I'm gonna E over this wall. It saves a lot of time. There are a lot of walls you can actually E over, like that one. A really good one that I found that was really hard for me to master was this one, to E over this wall. It takes a while, it's a little experience, but you'll get used to it. So I'm down to my last health pot, and to miss farm. I'm gonna use W to farm. Like, W does not cost that much mana. I have blue buff anyway, and it really secures you those last hits. So right now, I'm gonna engage on a Rise. Now, this was not a good idea just because my Ignite was down. If you notice, there, see that cooldown? My Ignite was down. If I had Ignite, I could have possibly won that. I could have possibly won that. But anyway, it's alright because Sona comes and she picks up the kill and I still get the assist. So instead of going for an extra Dorn this time, I'm just going to go ahead and get my Sheen. I need that damage right now to fight this Rise. If I go another Dorn, I'm not going to have that extra damage. But once again, not having a Dorn, I'm going to lack a lot of mana sustain, so once again I'm going to pick up these mana pots, and I'm going to pick up a ward for Yi. So Yi's just cruising our jungle. Bot lane is winning actually now. Like I said, my little roaming thing did snowball bot a bit. So I mean, that's how key roaming is, especially in solo queue. So Udyr's just being a phoenix or something, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna grab the CS. A lot of games I see where like Fizz just has really low CS or lies in like GP5. Well, this was season 2 that I'm coding, but yeah, no, Fizz can get a lot of CS really easily just with his E once he reaches mid game. So once again, I'm gonna freeze it at my turret. I mean, I'm pretty much making it for Ryze. Like Ryze, if you want a CS, you're gonna have to risk it. And that means I can engage on him easier because he's a lot closer to my turret, which means the longer it'll take him to get to his turret. So I'm just gonna grab that CS. Once again, he's out pushing, but I am gonna attack it a bit just because I want to get those levels. So here I am snagging that CS. He gives me a little harass. That's another thing. You don't want to take too much free harass from Ryze, which you can do. See there, I failed my W, but you know it's alright, because you know W does not cost that much mana. It costs like, what is that? Like 40 mana? Yeah, no problem. No problem. We're good. So again, I'm just gonna freeze it a bit and make him saying, if you want to see us, you have to come over here. And he's pretty wary, because I mean, like, I didn't see this, neither did Udyr, but he doesn't have any wards. So I mean, for him, this is really dangerous. So here's Udyr. Udyr's gonna be coming around for a gank, and I'm gonna be ready for that. I'm waiting. I have my ult up. So here comes Udyr, and he's gonna get that stun. Here I come in. You know, wait until I'm sure I can get the ult, and then jump on my pole, troll pole, whatever. But here comes Yi. So I'm gonna get out of there, but Udyr flash stuns my under turret, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the burst and then use my E again. And that is why we max E. E does a lot of damage, and the lower the cooldown, the better. Look at that, 270 plus 45, that is like 315 damage right there. And at like level 9 when I did that, level 10, whatever. So, I mean, that is a lot of damage, and already I have a good start. I'm 2-1-2, and I am out CSing this Ryze, and I just pushed to his turret, so he's going to lose a lot of CS. And right now I have about 1.2k gold. I'm going to go ahead and E over this wall so I can just be to safety. Probably unnecessary, but you know, never want to be too careful. So, bot lane, I don't know how this Graves is the blue buff, but he's just... Get it, he's catching... back up a little. He's already out CSing Ezreal. Apparently he killed somebody. Ryze has come back to lane, and this is... Okay, this is a key thing I want to point out. Ryze got a Catalyst, and for any Ryzes who want to make sure they don't get beat by Fizz watching my video or something, Catalyst is a really good item to get against Fizz, because I mean it makes you really tanky and a lot harder to kill. Doesn't make you invincible, just a lot tankier. Plus gives you a lot of sustain, so I mean it's really annoying if Ryze gets this item, which he usually will because it's like a core Ryze item. But I got the Sork shoes because I didn't want Ryze to be faster than me, because then I can never engage on him. And I got a crystalline flask because it pretty much pays itself off after a while, and I really like it. And it was also because I was taking a lot of harass from Ryze. So Udyr is coming in again, and I am ready. Here I go in, get the Q. Udyr backs off, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go in. I have my R, I have my E, then I'm gonna back. Okay, that was key. That was key. I moved back over here and Q'd forward, so I got the damage at the same time I got out, and that's why I lived. And I also Q'd my crystalline flask. Here comes E though, so I am not gonna try anything ballsy again, because I mean, he probably has Alpha Strike. Now, but he's coming in, but I'm gonna scammer away just to get him away from. See, like that, he can't really chase me, but I'm not gonna go back in, because you know what? He probably has Alpha Strike and he can insta kill me. But no problem. He's gonna back off, and I'm just gonna push mid because you know what? I want to deny Rise that CS. And as you can see now, Rise was beating me before, but he's no longer beating me, and I, sorry, I have a really good lead on him. If we look at that, that's 3.86 to 4.35. So already I am winning the lane with Fizz. So go ahead, I do not really have enough gold, but I just refill my health pots and whatever, and I'm going back to lane. As far as it goes, this Graves is actually out farming Ezreal, so I mean, maybe he's better than Ezreal, but just from that little gank I did, Ezreal got an advantage he needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and E that. They were coming to my turret, and I do not want to lose all that CS. So again, using W to farm to mitigate damage. Fizz is really good on tanking minions just because of that passive. Look at that. I take 10 less damage from minion basic attacks, which allows me to do all that tanking and diving in lane. Udyr went bot, so I went ahead and I'm going to get my own blue, because Udyr's a goddamn useless player. Gonna go ahead, get my blue, and once again, E over this wall like a badass. You really want to get your E's down, they'll save a lot of time. So I see Rise, and actually no, I don't know where words are. But I don't know where Rise is, so go ahead, I'm gonna push the lane. Now I did that because I did not know where Rise is. So I don't wanna, he went in to like fight me, but I was on cooldown, so I'm not going to, and now all my minions are here, so they won't fight me. Here comes Rise, and I see stuff happening bot lane. So I'm heading over bot lane.
Double kill.
But to no avail, they already finished the fight. So here's key. I went for Rise. This was a really good juke off me, but an epic fail also at the same time. Because Rise auto-pathed away right as I ulted. Yeah, you can rewind that and see how hard of a fail that was for me. I mean, if I he completely auto-pathed that. So he just clicked on the mini-map somewhere because he saw that the fight was over, but that made me miss my ult. But for the most part, that's a really good strat. You can juke them out and get a free kill. Okay, so our Yorick is just kicking ass up there. But again, I'm just gonna E. I'm gonna get that CS because they were all getting low. And there's not much Rise can do at this point. He did beat me in a 1v1 earlier, but for the most part, he's pretty afraid of me right now in a 1v1 just because I followed up with Udyr and I now have the advantage. So I'm just gonna focus, like, he is all the way back here. He is really afraid, so I'm gonna focus on CSing. I'm gonna back off because I just used all those skills in my cooldown. Try to get a WQ in. Oh, he did snare me under turret. I should have eat away in time, but I didn't, and I took a lot of damage. But it's alright, because I see I get pinged that E is coming, so I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna just go B. Go B, and I have enough gold to pick up the core item on Fizz. Bam! You get the Lich Bane. You want to rush this item first, no questions asked. Shut the fuck up if you say anything otherwise. Lich Bane is hands down the best item to rush on Fizz. For now, at least. But, alright, so they're gonna go fuck up E. They're still gonna go balls deep and not get that Q. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start Dragon. Like, you wanna know this, like, if their jungler is down or low or whatever, go ahead and get Dragon. Because chances are they're not gonna be able to steal Dragon, especially when you have a smite. Unless you have, like, a complete retard Udyr jungler, like what we're about to see. Because I bet you he will not smite that, and he did not smite it properly. But you know, it's alright. I mean, Udyr's still doing a pretty good job. I'm just poking fun at it. So here we are. I have my Lich Bane. I am really a big threat right now, but Rise wanted to be a dickbag and get a Banshee's Veil. So this means I'm not gonna dive him as I normally would, because I mean, hell, it's a goddamn Banshee's Veil. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead. I was gonna head top lane, but I see right here. I didn't see his health, but if I did, I would have went in. I didn't, so I was pinging back Yorick. Go back in, and I don't like. Once again, I really don't want to engage this. I mean, Banshee's Veil is like a huge clock block for any AP mid, pretty much. Go ahead. And Yorick is gonna come in for a gank, but I mean, Yorick has a really hard time catching people. But we'll see. I mean, it would be easy if Yorick came in because he could just pop that Banshees in. Okay, here comes the gank. I'm going, and I'm gonna go in. He's gonna flash it. I'm gonna go in anyway because I know that Banshee is gonna take a lot of damage. I'm gonna back out just so Yorick can finish that. And I did health bot. That health bot kept me alive, folks. That health bot. That is why you want. Oh, sorry, I used my flask anyway. But you want to use that. That is what kept me alive. That is how I got out. Alright, so we have something happen down bot. Decent fight. They both dodged the snare. Weren't able to pick up any kills. I don't know. Ezra was going a little full speed, but apparently it was worth it. Oh, that was actually nice. Here we go. So yeah, that was a good play by everybody. Udyr was tanking it while Ezreal and Sona went in. They're afraid of Graves. So I got a blasting wand. I mean, after Lick Main, I usually go Rabadon. You can go Deathfire Grasp. I usually just go Rabadon though. I just I like it more for the Lick Bane, and more for AoE, where DFG is more like single target. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get my blue, of course. I'm gonna time my Lick Bane procs, because faster I can do blue, less damage we can take, faster I can get to lane. So here comes Rise bot lane, and he is... Oh yeah, he's gonna get... Ezreal got hardcore just because Sona, Ezreal, they did not ward. Now I'm not gonna say only Sona, because you know what, the AD carry can ward too. If you do not think that, you need to get that out of your mindset. Once again, just gonna go ahead and farm. I'm not gonna engage just that stupid Banshee's Veil, and just play it safe. So Udyr did see E and E for the most part, so I did back off because he did ping me now. So he's just gonna ward, and I'm just gonna chill in mid for a while because you know what, they could still be there. I'm not
team's turret has been destroyed.
Grab that CS. Here comes Yorick again, but he is not gonna be close enough, so I'm just gonna E and I'm gonna get that CS because I mean I already knew the game would fail. So here comes Zyra. She's in a bit of a spot. This is warded though. So I mean, they're not really gonna come near me at all. Go ahead, I'm just go back to these things. Like at this point I have 156, yes, so that's like, that is a lot. And here I make a mistake. I E4'd for that CS, but I did not expect to be taken down that fast. And that was a mistake I did. I got greedy right there with the CS. But for the most part, it was alright until Udyr died too, because he was trying to save me, but for the most part that was a mistake on my fault, but we're still okay. So I don't have enough gold to get my needlessly large rod, which is my next core item, but so I'm just gonna go, I'll probably just head back into lane. So here's Sona Ezreal holding off pretty nicely. Their Malphite has gotten War Mogs, and he just got boots for his first time. That was a surprising buy right there. Sona is about to get caught, but she does flash away. So there's a lot of CS top lane, so I'm gonna just go take that, because by the time I get to mid, something might have been too late or something could have happened, and I didn't want to take that bet, and there was the switches. So as you can see, I'm just racking up my CS. Missing quite a bit because I was not really focusing, but I see I see Ezreal coming this way, so I'm gonna go ahead and go here to save him, and I want to get my ult on the carries, and here is Rise in the open. So I'm gonna go in, get that, I'm gonna throw my E down so I can slow down Graves too, and I have Rise and Graves both.
Purple team double kill.
And that is what you want to do as Fizz, because it's really hard to teamfight late game when the Rizzers are defending, but I mean if the AD carry or AP carry is open, you want to get them. And that's exactly what I did. I was an assassin, and I assassinated. So that is really good, because I'm just picked up, what is that, fresh blue? Yeah, I just picked up a fresh blue buff, and I now, look at that, that is a really high gold count. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish chasing, and Malphite thinks for some reason, just because he has Warmonks, I won't do much damage. So I'm good. Do prep him damage. I'm gonna miss the E. That is really key. If you use the E a second time, it has a smaller splash radius than if you just used it once. As you just saw right there, there was a big difference. And if you use it the second time, it's a lot harder to hit. And Malphite had enough movement speed from his movement speed stealing Q to dodge my E. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get my rabbit on. Ton of AP, hell yes. So right now I have a good 314, and this just syncs up with my thing so well. I'm gonna get an amplifying tome, and that now builds into DFG. We have a team fight going on. Go ahead and do my best. My team's already losing this. Like, they have some pretty decent positioning, and Rise is just dishing out damage. So here I come, and I wanted Sona to bait him, but Sona did not go. So I'm gonna go here. I know there's somewhere here, so I'm just gonna E over this wall, which once again, that's really key. I only saw Zyra, so I'm just gonna go after Zyra. And now I'm gonna do hardcore jukes to dodge something that wouldn't do that much damage anymore. Bam. So, I'll go ahead and I'll start the discussion on my thoughts on Season 3 items right now, since I'm just going to be taking this turret. Oh, key thing, used my W for a Sheen proc on the turret to do more damage, you want to remember that. As far as Season 3 items go, I pretty much own E right here, because he did not expect me to do that much damage, and he just backed off. But once again, I stepped behind him, and I used Q to get farther distance away, just in case I needed to disengage. I'm going up for a Malphite right now, so I guess I'll talk about Seed 3 items later, but once again, I'm just E-ing up here. I want to get here as fast as possible to stop this Malphite, because he's going to try to go B. Once again, I know he's in this bush, so I'm going to E in to make sure I get that slow. There he is. Move it. Doing a crap ton of damage. Get my Qs and A's to do that. Now, because I maxed E, bam, it's back up. I'm going to ult, get here. That was a good exhaust by him, but once again, he does not have any magic resist, so it's not going to do anything. Okay, so my thoughts on Season 3 items is do not build Haunting, guys. It's really not that strong. Do not build the entries. Here we go. I catch Graves, and bam, I'm going to assassinate him. And then here was Rise 2, gets exhausted. Bam. Got my E down, do the damage. My ult wasn't up for either of those, but I mean, I'm still a nuke and they got caught. Here we are. E and Zyra are both dying. I'm sorry, I haven't really had much time because this game just got really intense really fast. Here I'm gonna go in for Zyra once we can capture. She's playing pretty safe, but I think their team's coming, so I just said Israel back off. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, I said back off because I wanted our team was doing Baron, and you want to help your team with Baron, like AD and AD carry, do not just leave your jungle top support to do Baron, they're gonna take forever. So I failed really well, I'm just gonna go be, I'll go ahead and talk about Season 3 items now, because I won't have a chance later. Do not buy Leandri's Torment, like really, no. There's no point in getting tanky on Fizz, like Roa, Roa, Leandries, you don't want them because you're not supposed to get tanky on Fizz. Fizz is an assassin, you want to get in, do your damage, and get out. That's what Fizz is about. And wow, I just had some crazy damage right there. Represent. So that is why we're not going to build Leandries. I mean, the burn is good, but like, you're an insta-burst champ. You're not a, hey, let's wait for them to die champ. I mean, you're right, I guess it does sync with your W a bit, but it really doesn't do that much damage, and it's a lot overhyped. So here I see Rise, I'm going to E forward to catch him. And normally I don't waste E, but like at this point I'm really strong, so it doesn't really matter. And I had Ezra with me. So I did ult, that was really unnecessary, but I do have my DFG, my Rabadon, my Lickmane, so I'm doing a lot of damage at this point. So I'm gonna wait here. My ult isn't up, but okay, this is something you want to do as an assassin. You don't want to stand in the like front and show yourself to them because they're gonna say, oh hey, he could probably kill us. So I'm coming in from the side. They cannot see me. Coming from the side. Here I come in. Bam. One hand Zyra. E to get both E and Graves. Go in. Bam. All three dead. Now this is like looking like a GG for them almost. Now if I get slowed, bam, I go for the E and a Q and he's dead. So at this point, 12-5, and this game looks like we're gonna end. A lot of teams like to go for turrets, but literally, you'd be surprised how many games you can end. So here, York says start tanking. I'm gonna go in, get that damage. If you're taking turrets, you can go ahead and E, so in terms of something else. And they're gonna go after some spawn kills for fun. I'm gonna get the Nexus, and that is gonna be the end of this game. We're gonna get a nice little double explosion here, yeah, double rainbow, and that is how you play Fizz, folks. If you like this video and would like me to continue doing these, please subscribe.